Erin, how has it gone?
My goodness, Tembekile, I have to tell you, if you were on the 3-kilometer route of this walk in Atteridgeville this morning and you were sleeping when it started, you would have woken up because there was a booming brass band with some of the cadets involved in this initiative. And we're going to hear more about it from one of the directors of a company behind the whole project, and that is Koketso Moseneke, who's the director of the Encha Group. You're wearing a medallion with the company logo on it. Tell it about your involvement in the cadet program.
Okay, so now Encha Group is an investment company which was set up by Teho Moseneke. I'm one of the directors, and I head Encha Serve and Encha Cares. Those are the platforms that we use for our CSI, and we set up the Supreme Cadets Institute in Pretoria, which is led by young, vibrant minds. The leader is Untatile Mukwena. She's our chief operating coordinator. She's also here with her deputy Hunze. These are graduates. Okay, so for you to be part of the institute, you have to either be studying or be a graduate. So Untatile here is busy with her masters in social development. And we've got, where is she? Hunzi is now studying her honors in industrial engineering.
Wow.
And we have 10 of these rangers. They look after 70 cadets in primary schools and in high schools, and we are funded by Encha. We really just want to give back to communities. Today's walk was about encouraging, motivating young people to come out and study. Success doesn't only come through comfort and convenience. That's why we had to wake up in the morning. If you can wake up, if you can feel it, if it gets you out of bed and gets you out there, then you can grow. We're just trying to get the next generation pumped up and to get them to be excited about education. So we walked for 3 kilometers. It was exciting, you saw it, yes.
And looking ahead, what's your hope for this cadet program moving forward?
Okay, today we are launching Vision 2023. Ever so often, children who excel at primary school go to high school and they get lost. They are teenagers, they are dealing with teenage challenges, with growing, with a different environment altogether. And we are taking children that are starting in grade 8 this year. These young people are going to be mentoring them through the 5 years until they get to matric. #no 30%. We want children of the cadets, all of them, to be able to get a university exemption. And of course, we are encouraged by the principals that we work with. One of them, I always say that compassion and energy on 2 legs. That is our principal, Jane from Makatu, Jane Tarani. She's at the primary school Makatu that we work with. So we take these children and these young people, mentor them, we mentor them, they mentor the children. In 2023, we will be having our first cadet matriculants. We want all of them to pass. That will be the first 20. And it is up to these to make it possible. We will support them. That's what we want. We want these children to be able to grow an organization that is independent, that is steeped in the values of goodness, of honor, of integrity, of accountability. There's a lot of work that we're doing here with them.
And the program continues, so we're going to let you go,
yes,
but we are going to speak to Ontatile Mokwena. And I didn't get your name before the interview, but we'd love to have you on as well, so don't run away. Thank you for your time. Ontatile, you work with these cadets. Tell us about the program and the different schools that are involved.
So basically we run a weekly program which consists of, on Thursdays and Fridays, which consists of tutoring and activities that actually train them in good citizenship. Because ever so often we find that our kids get lost in the streets and there's a lot of bad influences out there. So we try really to encourage them and give them a safe haven where they can just come and get things done and just, carry on so that they can finish school. Yeah.
Thank you. We're running short on time, so ma'am, just your full name, please.
Hunze Hamis.
And you're studying engineering. What made someone doing engineering interested in working with young people and getting them through the school system?
Honestly, I want to see young people follow their dreams and not their parents' dreams. And that's what drove me to this movement, because I have the platform to encourage and help them direct their own path and decide where they want to go and not where their parents want them to go.
Thank you so much for your time. There are proceedings continuing, Tembekile, in the hall, but if you can give me 2 more minutes, I want to show you one of the best dressed attendees at this event. We've seen a lot of people in academic garb, in their hats and gowns, and there's a gentleman here, a doctor who works in business management, who's going to just join me now quickly amongst the very best dressed, as you can see around me. Dr. Mkondo, you work in business and you've done the 3-kilometer walk through Atteridgeville. You're from the area. Why was it important to get involved?
Well, I grew up here, studied here through all these challenging circumstances, and I managed to be where I am today. I think it's important for kids who are growing up to actually see that anything is possible. I mean, I didn't know I'd be having a PhD when I started school here. So circumstances were probably a lot more difficult because we were studying Bantu education then. But we persevere. I would like. I know that the situation now is actually quite dire. You have young guys that have got a bit of hope, a sense of hopelessness. They're going to drugs and that sort of thing. This is today to encourage them to can see that somebody they know, or at least people they know, can get far. And education used to be a buzzing thing when I grew up here. It might have subsided a little bit, but people need to know that it can be done and it can take them places.
A buzzing word, a booming word today, Tembekile Education, with all of the brass band music we've had. I'm going to ask Joe just to pan as I close off this crossing so you can see some of the graduates who've attended this program and given us an idea of just what's possible if you take education seriously and you overcome those obstacles. And that's what these masters and PhD students have done by pitching up and walking the 3 kilometers in Atteridgeville today.
Erin Bates in Atteridgeville for now. Thank you.